The truth is this: people who win in life don't wait for proof before they believe. They move first, they work first, they believe first. And today, we're talking about the mindset that separates the uncertain from the unstoppable, acting as if your victory is inevitable. Victory does not begin on the stage, at the finish line, or on the day the world finally recognizes your success. Victory begins much earlier in a quiet and invisible place, your mind. Long before anyone applauds you, long before results show up, there is a moment when you make a powerful internal decision: I will win. That decision is not based on evidence. It is not supported by guarantees. It is simply a deep belief that no matter how long it takes, no matter how many obstacles appear, the outcome will eventually bend in your favor. The people who accomplish extraordinary things are not necessarily the most talented or the most fortunate. They are the ones who decide in their minds that their victory is inevitable, and then begin living as if that future has already been written. Most people get this backwards. They believe confidence should come after success. They wait for proof before they allow themselves to believe in their own potential. They say things like, once I achieve something, then I'll be confident. But confidence doesn't grow from success. Success grows from confidence. When you act as if victory is already part of your story, your mindset shifts in a way that changes everything. Instead of approaching life cautiously, you begin approaching it with intention. Instead of doubting every step, you start trusting your ability to learn, adapt, and overcome whatever stands in front of you. The belief itself becomes fuel for action. Think about how differently you would approach your goals if you truly believed that winning was guaranteed eventually. You wouldn't hesitate as much. You wouldn't spend so much time worrying about other people's opinions. You would stop second guessing your decisions and start moving with purpose. When victory feels inevitable, effort no longer feels like a burden. It becomes part of the journey you willingly accept. You understand that challenges are not signs you should stop, but signs that you are moving through the process that every successful person must face. When belief settles deeply into your mind, it begins to influence your behavior in subtle but powerful ways. Your posture changes, your voice becomes steadier, your thoughts become clearer. Instead of asking yourself, am I capable? You begin asking, what is the next step? That single shift in thinking can transform how you show up every single day. You start focusing on solutions rather than problems. You begin investing your energy into growth rather than fear. And over time, those small daily shifts accumulate into something extraordinary. Your mind is constantly shaping your reality. The thoughts you repeat most often eventually become the beliefs that guide your decisions. If you repeatedly tell yourself that something is impossible, your brain will naturally look for reasons to quit. But if you tell yourself that success is simply a matter of time and persistence, your mind begins searching for ways to make that belief real. This is why the internal conversation you have with yourself matters so much. Every time you choose courage over doubt, every time you visualize success instead of failure, you are strengthening the mental foundation that victory is built upon. When you truly accept the idea that victory begins in the mind, you stop waiting for the world to validate you. You stop depending on applause, recognition, or approval before you allow yourself to move forward. Instead, you become the source of your own motivation. You develop a quiet confidence that does not need constant reassurance. Even when progress feels slow, even when others question your path, you remain steady because you understand something powerful. The results may not be visible yet, but the victory has already started forming within the way you think, prepare, and persist. Confidence is often misunderstood. Many people believe it's something that arrives only when the conditions are perfect. When they have the ideal job, the perfect skill set, or the recognition they think they deserve. But the truth is that confidence is never a byproduct of circumstance. It is forged in the fires of action, persistence, and deliberate effort. Every step you take toward your goal, even when fear and doubt are whispering in your ear, strengthens the foundation of unshakable self-belief. Action doesn't wait for confidence. Confidence emerges because you refuse to let inaction define your limits. When you act as if victory is inevitable, you naturally start taking bold steps, even before you feel ready. Every successful person knows this secret. The feeling of readiness is a myth. Waiting for perfect conditions is a trap that keeps you frozen in hesitation. Instead, confidence grows in the doing. Every time you step forward despite uncertainty, you are telling your mind and the universe that you trust yourself. The more you practice this, the more your actions reinforce your belief, creating a cycle where belief and action feed each other until your confidence becomes unshakable. Fear and doubt will always try to slow you down. They will tell you that you're not good enough, that you aren't prepared, or that now is the wrong time. The difference between those who win and those who hesitate is simple. Winners move first. They act even when fear is loud. They take imperfect steps, make mistakes, and adjust along the way. Each small victory over hesitation adds layers of confidence. Your mind begins to recognize a pattern. Action leads to progress. Progress leads to learning, and learning leads to competence. And competence, repeated over time, transforms into unshakable confidence. Action also changes how the world perceives you, which reinforces your own sense of capability. When you move with purpose, people respond to your energy. Doors open that previously seemed closed. Opportunities appear that weren't visible before. This external validation is not the source of your confidence, but it strengthens it, a reflection of the truth you've already been cultivating internally. Every action you take communicates a message: you are committed, you are capable, and you are not waiting for permission to claim your victory. Another critical aspect is consistency. Confidence is not built in a single heroic act. It is built in the repetition of small, deliberate choices over time. Every decision to show up, every task completed despite discomfort, every challenge faced head on compounds. The brain starts to internalize the pattern, gradually replacing self-doubt with trust in your own ability to navigate whatever comes your way. Acting consistently, even in the smallest ways, tells your subconscious that you are reliable, to yourself first and then to the world. Ultimately, confidence is not about never feeling fear or uncertainty. It's about choosing action over hesitation again and again until your belief in yourself becomes larger than the obstacles in front of you. Acting as if victory is inevitable doesn't mean you always feel strong. It means you refuse to let the lack of feeling strong stop you from moving forward. Each action you take is a declaration: I trust my path, I trust my effort, and I trust my inevitable victory. One of the most misunderstood elements of success is how often failure appears along the path. The truth is that everyone who has achieved greatness has faced setbacks, rejection, and moments where the world seemed to conspire against them. The difference between those who succeed and those who quit is faith. Unshakable faith in the inevitability of their victory. This faith is not blind optimism. It is a steadfast belief that no matter how many obstacles arise, your purpose and your persistence will carry you through. Those who act as if their victory is inevitable know that failure is temporary, but the lessons gained from it are permanent. Failure is only threatening to those who let it define them. Temporary setbacks do not reduce your worth, and they do not diminish your potential. What they do is test your commitment. They measure whether your belief is surface level or deeply rooted. Acting as if your victory is inevitable means that when failure comes, as it inevitably will, you do not panic, you do not collapse, and you do not question your ultimate destination. Instead, you pause, learn, adjust, and continue moving forward. This ability to rise after every fall, to keep showing up despite discouragement, is what separates ordinary effort from extraordinary results. Faith in your victory also rewires the way you perceive challenges. When your mind is anchored in the inevitability of success, obstacles no longer appear as walls, they appear as stepping stones. Every rejection, every criticism, every temporary defeat becomes a piece of evidence that your commitment is being tested, not that your mission is impossible. This mindset allows you to act decisively and creatively in situations that would paralyze others. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What must I do next to move closer to the victory I know is coming?" This unshakable faith is built not on luck, but on preparation and persistence. Each time you push through doubt, each time you persist despite discouragement, you reinforce the certainty in your mind. Over time, your faith becomes almost instinctual. You no longer rely on external validation to feel confident, because you have internalized the truth failure is a temporary phase, and persistence is the bridge to inevitable success. The people who win consistently are those who cultivate a mental resilience that cannot be shaken by temporary loss. Faith also fuels patience. Victory rarely arrives overnight, and many give up simply because results don't come as quickly as they hope. Acting as if your victory is inevitable allows you to endure periods of struggle without losing momentum. It teaches you to stay the course, to keep investing energy even when the world seems indifferent, and to understand that the timing of success is not always in your hands, but the effort required is. The patient persistence that stems from faith often outlasts talent, speed, and even initial advantage, proving that consistent belief is one of the most powerful forces in human achievement. Finally, unshakable faith gives you freedom from fear. When you truly believe victory is coming, fear of failure diminishes because failure is no longer the end. It is only a step. You are free to take risks, to act boldly, and to embrace challenges with creativity and courage. Your mindset shifts from avoiding mistakes to seeking growth. You see temporary setbacks as inevitable, but never permanent. And in that mindset, no obstacle can hold you down for long because your vision, your effort, and your belief are aligned toward a victory that cannot be denied. Success is not just about what you think or plan. It is also about the energy you carry into every room, every decision, and every interaction. Energy is the invisible force that communicates your intentions before you even speak. Acting as if your victory is inevitable requires aligning your energy with the life you are determined to create. If your inner world is hesitant, negative, or doubtful, no amount of strategy will fully bridge the gap. The universe responds to the frequency you emit, and the people around you are drawn to the confidence, focus, and determination you radiate. When you carry the energy of someone who knows they will succeed, it changes everything. Your body language shifts. You stand taller, move with purpose, and project an aura of certainty. Your voice becomes steady and your decisions carry weight. This energy attracts opportunities that those who are hesitant or unsure might never see. It also deters distractions and negativity, because your presence signals that you are fully committed to a goal that is non-negotiable. Acting as if your victory is inevitable is not arrogance. It is a disciplined expression of belief through the way you live, move, and speak. Energy also influences how you handle challenges. People who act from aligned energy respond to obstacles with focus rather than frustration. They do not expend unnecessary effort reacting to minor setbacks or external criticism because their attention is already dedicated to the end goal. Energy in this sense is a form of momentum. The more consistently you channel it toward your vision, the stronger your trajectory becomes. Every day that you wake up and bring the energy of someone who knows they are destined to win, you reinforce a cycle of progress that compounds over time. This principle also applies to the relationships and environments you cultivate. The energy you project draws people, situations, and resources toward you that are in harmony with your vision. Conversely, hesitation, doubt, and negative energy push away potential allies and opportunities. By consciously matching your energy to your desired future, you create a magnetic field that pulls your goals closer to reality. People respond to certainty and passion, often more than to skill alone. Your energy becomes proof to the world that your victory is not just possible, it is inevitable. To maintain this energy consistently, it is crucial to manage your inner dialogue and daily habits. What you feed your mind, body, and soul directly impacts the energy you project. Reading, learning, physical activity, meditation, and focused practice are all ways to keep your energy high and aligned. Every time you allow negativity, fear, or distraction to infiltrate your mind, you lower the signal you are sending to the world. Those who act as if their victory is inevitable guard their energy fiercely, understanding that it is the invisible currency that determines how quickly their vision manifests. Ultimately, matching your energy to the future you want is about embodiment. It is living and moving as if you already possess the victory you seek without needing external confirmation. When your thoughts, actions, and energy are all in harmony with your desired outcome, you create a powerful force that propels you forward. People begin to notice. Opportunities begin to appear. And most importantly, your internal belief becomes unshakable because the energy you radiate confirms daily that your victory is not just a dream. It is a reality already in motion. Belief alone is powerful, but without discipline, it remains just a thought, a wish floating in your mind. Acting as if your victory is inevitable requires taking that belief and translating it into consistent, purposeful action. Discipline is the bridge between vision and reality. It is what turns dreams into measurable progress. While belief sets the destination, discipline charts the route and keeps you moving forward even when motivation wanes or circumstances become difficult. Without it, even the strongest conviction can falter under pressure. Discipline begins with small, intentional choices every single day. It's waking up early even when your body protests. It's practicing your craft even when you feel tired or uninspired. It's showing up consistently when no one is watching. Each of these actions compounds over time, building momentum that transforms your belief into tangible outcomes. Those who act as if their victory is inevitable understand that greatness is not a result of occasional bursts of effort, but of persistent, unwavering commitment to their goals. Moreover, discipline protects your belief from being undermined by setbacks. When challenges arise, as they inevitably will, discipline ensures that you continue to execute the plan regardless of temporary frustration or failure. It is easy to be enthusiastic when everything is going smoothly, but true progress is measured by your ability to maintain focus and follow through during the toughest moments. Acting as if victory is inevitable means cultivating a mindset where effort is non-negotiable and discipline becomes your most reliable ally in turning belief into reality. Discipline also sharpens your decisions and prioritizes your energy. People who lack discipline often scatter their focus, wasting time and energy on distractions or unimportant tasks. Those who embody the inevitability of victory know that every action must align with the outcome they envision. They organize their schedules, set clear goals, and consistently measure progress. Discipline doesn't restrict freedom. It amplifies it by creating a framework in which effort leads to predictable, repeatable results. Another critical aspect of discipline is accountability. When you act as if your victory is inevitable, you refuse to blame circumstances, people, or luck for delays in your progress. Discipline means holding yourself to a higher standard, following through on promises you make to yourself, and maintaining responsibility for the results of your actions. Every choice you make becomes intentional, and every step, no matter how small, becomes a brick in the foundation of your inevitable success. Finally, discipline transforms belief into a lived reality. It takes the abstract idea of victory in your mind and converts it into a series of actions that move you inexorably forward. While motivation can fluctuate, discipline is steady. It ensures that no matter how you feel on any given day, progress continues, momentum builds, and your vision comes closer to fruition. Acting as if your victory is inevitable is not wishful thinking. It is a disciplined approach to life where belief and action intersect, creating results that cannot be denied. The final truth about acting as if your victory is inevitable is this: the world itself responds to the energy, belief, and expectation you project. Success is not just about talent, effort, or even luck. It is about positioning yourself in a way that the universe and the people around you recognize your certainty. When you carry yourself with the unwavering expectation of winning, opportunities that once seemed out of reach begin to appear. Doors open, alliances form, and the right circumstances start to align because people and situations are naturally drawn to those who radiate confidence and inevitability. Expecting to win changes how others perceive you. People sense confidence before you even speak. Your presence alone signals to the world that you are someone who belongs in the room, someone whose ideas matter, and someone whose actions carry weight. This subtle influence can open doors that mere preparation or skill cannot. When you approach life with the certainty of victory, you inspire trust and respect from others, which in turn creates networks, mentorships, and opportunities that accelerate your journey. The world has a way of rewarding those who act with unwavering belief in their eventual success. This expectation also changes the way you interact with challenges. When you anticipate success, you see obstacles not as threats, but as temporary detours that must be navigated. You approach negotiation, competition, and collaboration with a mindset of inevitability rather than desperation. Others instinctively respond to this energy because it signals that you are committed, resourceful, and unstoppable. Your expectation of victory becomes contagious, influencing your team, your peers, and even competitors, often creating outcomes in your favor simply because people respond to your certainty and resilience. The principle also extends to timing and persistence. People who act as if their victory is inevitable do not rush or force outcomes. Instead, they combine patience with expectation. They understand that persistence attracts results over time, and that consistency communicates to the world that their success is not a matter of chance, but of inevitability. When the world observes your unwavering commitment, it adjusts to accommodate it. Opportunities, resources, and connections tend to gravitate toward those who refuse to doubt the outcome, effectively accelerating the path that others struggle to navigate. Another dimension of this principle is the creation of self-fulfilling prophecies. When you expect victory, you make decisions, take risks, and project confidence in ways that produce results aligned with your belief. Your actions change because your expectations have changed, and the world reacts accordingly. People are more willing to collaborate with you. Mentors are more willing to guide you, and opportunities that were once invisible become clear. The simple act of behaving as if you are destined to succeed reshapes both your internal world and your external reality. Ultimately, the world responds to those who carry the energy of inevitability because it mirrors what they already believe about themselves. Those who act as if victory is coming are not simply wishful thinkers, they are architects of reality, designing their outcomes through belief, action, and discipline. Their certainty draws the right circumstances, aligns the right people, and positions them in a flow where success is not just a possibility, but a natural consequence. When you truly understand this, you see that the way you expect, act, and hold your energy is as important as skill or effort. Because the world always responds to certainty, and certainty breeds victory. So now ask yourself this: if victory is inevitable, what excuses are left? If your mind is trained, your energy aligned, your faith unshakable, and your discipline unwavering, then failure is no longer a threat. It is a temporary whisper on your way to greatness. The world will test you, challenges will come, doubts will creep in, but none of that matters if you carry yourself as someone who is destined to win. Act as if the result is already in your favor. Speak, move, and decide from the perspective of someone who cannot be stopped. Let every step you take, every choice you make, and every ounce of energy you invest reflect the certainty of your victory. Because when you do this, something extraordinary happens. The universe begins to align with your vision. People respond to your energy, opportunities appear where there were none, and your path forward becomes unstoppable. Remember, victory is not given, it is claimed. And the person who claims it is not the one who waits for permission, nor the one who hesitates out of fear. The person who claims it is the one who believes first, acts decisively, endures relentlessly, and expects triumph in every move. Today, carry that mindset with you. Let it shape your decisions, fuel your actions, and radiate through everything you do. Live each day as if the win is already yours. Stand tall, move boldly, and speak with the certainty that the world will recognize what you already know deep inside. Your victory is not a possibility. It is inevitable.